Quite a while. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's nothing in there but a guy, and here is where... Okay. There we go, and that's because there's this guy hiding behind this corner waiting to go charging into you with his chimney brush thing, his chimney brush bullshit. Okay, obtain. What do you have? Throwing cell. Nice. We follow this wall closely because there's a little shithead up there. And then I even knew, I could tell. What was that? Homo Machina. Okay, that's... Okay, there's something going on with that glow. On this bridge.
Wait, I can sense something strange. Jeepers. Is that a
That's right. Okay, that's what the... Okay, those are...
Why
Okay.
is the ergo reacting
Occasionally,
like
a
that?
dimensional butterfly
If you
will
wanna check it
appear
out,
in
I
parts
can
of
take
Krot.
point.
Monad's lamp can detect the butterfly lighting up red to point out its location. When the character is near the hiding butterfly, it will appear. After a certain amount of time, the butterfly will disappear into another dimension. Kill it to get useful materials. Yes. Kind of like the crystal lizards in Dark Souls. I don't know if we want to go down and hit up the streets first. I don't remember what's over here. That's the, okay, yeah, no, now I know what that's about. Okay. Some fucked up shit that goes on over there. So yeah, let's go down, check the streets. That'll give us some more ergo and other useful things. Go. Another throwing cell. Gemini's emergency protection and a sawtooth wheel. Yeah, we don't want that happening. Hidden moonstone. Okay. Little dude went down like a little bitch. Come here. I know he's here. Yup. There he is right there. Go. Damn. Split him straight in half. And it's a good, it's like the heavy attacks, like the hard hitting attacks, they do feel good. They feel good to do. But it's just like, okay. Eh. Okay, please, game. Thank you. That felt like that lasted longer than it should have. Workshop Union Standard Insulation Converter. So, I think we have some more parts.
I wish we could play together. Like we used to. Who is it? Is that you, Murphy? Oh, I guess not. Sorry, I thought you were my friend, Murphy. Murphy is a super cool police officer. As a puppet, even the petrification disease can't get him. I wish I was like him. You should leave so you don't catch the disease from me. If only we could play together like we used to. Murphy, I miss you. If only we could play together like we used to, Murphy.
That's kind of sad. Like, all that kid can do is basically sit up in his room, or sit in his room and die. Like that's what he gets to look forward to, is to die. Welcome to die. That's the ladder I came down from. Wasn't there a ladder up over here as well? There is. I kind of want to see where this one goes to. Probably leads. It literally looks like it just leads to the other side of the same. Yeah. Building. Talk to that person? No. There's a light on in there. It's like, you know, it does feel like this game, like the developers of this game really took a liking to Bloodborne.
This must be your first time in the petrification disease quarantine zone. For most people, this is their last stop. You are a good Samaritan for coming all the way here. Kind one, may I ask you a favor? My family took my baby from me and sent me here. They said it was for my own good, but it was heartless just the same. A baby must be with its mother. Please go to Krat City Hall and bring me my baby.
Find the Legacy dungeons and the DLC a bit underwhelming. They were still great, but The first is a castle city, then the second one is also a castle, then you had the Legacy Dungeon of Mesmer. The last one was short for you. You thought when the boss came it was only halfway through. They for you didn't exceed the quality of the main game Legacy Dungeons. I can agree with that. And in all of the former FromSoft DLCs, the areas, etc., were better than... Yeah. This is why you think the DLC is only slightly better than the main game. Maybe a little... That's not stupid, though. Like, that's perfectly normal. Let's go ahead and
Thank you
tell her
so
we're going to find her.
Kind one. I can finally see my sweet Elena's face again. Please hurry. Hard scales spreading across my eyes.
Sounds like horrible.
Before I lose my sight. Please.
She said the baby was at City Hall. Should we check it out? I hope everybody's safe.
Yeah, about that. There he is. Come here, you. We got some fighting to do. Ah. What the hell was that? I told him to do the charge attack and he's just like, he did it like a little or two. The inbounds for Radahn was, I didn't like that they just brought back Radahn. I did not like that one bit. I felt like that was a kind of cop-out for the final boss of the game. It's almost like they didn't know what to do. And so it's like, oh, well, it's Radahn because you guys like Radahn, right? And it's like, you know, the point was completely missed by From Software. Which is that's like it's one of those rare, like, From Software missing the point. Why am I going up the ladder? I don't need to fight all this shit again. Go down here and beat the shit out of this officer. This time we'll win. But yeah, the not only like was I annoyed by like Radahn as like the boss again. It's like, oh well, here's Radahn. Hello? Like I said, it did feel like a bit of a cop-out for him to, like... It's like that, you know, the Star Wars meme, suddenly Palpatine has returned. Or somehow Palpatine is returned, like... Alright. Ah, there we go. Alright, cool. Like, our weight is gonna go way down, our reach is gonna go way down, but Got a faster weapon. Yeah, the problem I had with Radahn as an end boss was that, like, when he's doing like his like phase 2 attacks, you can't see what the fuck's going on. Correction, you couldn't see what the fuck was going on. They've since changed that because a lot of people are like, the fuck is this shit? I can't see what's going on. Everything's just fucking... Ew. Like some Resident Evil type shit, man. Taking more than a couple of hits, I'm fine with that. First phase was, yeah, the first phase was fine. Second phase was like... well, yeah, I felt like it was fair. It's just like, it kind of felt like a little bit of bullshit just because of the fact that, like... that. Heal up. Let's unlock this elevator. Elevator. This will be a shortcut back to our little rest area. Yeah, I want to go back. I want to rest at the Stargazer to get my healing back. The thing that I think myself and a lot of people didn't like about Phase 2 was that, like, he would you know, smash the ground, and then like all those rays and shit would start coming up everywhere, and you can't see what the fuck's going on half the time. And like, that's 99% of, like, that feels like that's like Souls Boss 101 is don't obstruct the player's view so they can actually... Okay, well, this got out of hand really fucking fast. Okay, don't use that shortcut. That seems to be the lesson I learned from there. In Souls games, the hardest bosses are the best ones. Sort of. Remember, don't forget Malenia. Not always, like, she's a good boss, but waterfowl. Like that's my only Elden Ring with Malenia and Primordon. The bosses, even for me, were hard to be fun. And that's like that, but that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. It's like not all the, like, I don't feel that like a good boss is good just because it's hard. I feel like that's kind of like a, I don't know, like, oh yeah, all the puppets.
Come out, Geppetto! You've got a lot to answer for! You know what caused the puppet frenzy, don't you? You're their maker, practically their father! You and the alchemist scheming together. Tell me the truth! What's your problem? I'm here for the old man. Get lost. Wait. I know you. Or more like, I know what you are. You're the devil's puppet. You can't sneak past me. Die! dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already. Okay, then string you up on the bridge. Cursed puppet! Back again!
Nice.
Are you a dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already.
Oh man.
I demanded the truth. Now I feel bad for my comrade.
Hi, Dad. Don't mind me, I'm a bit festive.
Finally, we meet, son. It's a dream come true. Seeing you like this, I understand why some people despise me. I invented the puppets after all. I should take responsibility as their maker. But in order for me to do that, I need to take care of the puppets at City Hall. Won't you help me, son? Take this. You'll find it most useful.
Whoa. City Hall key and Enigma assembly tool. What? Oh, okay. So I can give that to that lady at the hotel. Hold on one second. I'm hearing some weird noises from my living room. I just need to make sure Annie's okay. It might just be the rain, but I just want to be sure. Yeah, okay. She's resting in her bed. She's fine. It is just the rain. It's coming down really hard out there. Which sucks because I'm gonna have to take her for a walk in what's most likely going to be pouring rain. Jeez. Let's put this back on.
I want to hear all about your experiences, but now isn't a good time. Use the Stalker's key to open the bridge door. Then get rid of the frenzied puppets that have seized City Hall. We'll catch up at Hotel Krat when you're done.
I would disagree with Lady Maria being the hardest boss in Bloodborne. That's because, well, maybe it's the hardest boss for you. I first tried Lady Maria when I fought her the first time. I wish I could like back it up with like, here's a clip or whatever. But I wasn't streaming yet when I first when I platinum Bloodborne and the Bloodborne DLC. But I would agree with King Allant being the hardest boss. And again, I would disagree with Dark Souls. I don't think Artorias
that weapon assembly tool you
is the hardest. I believe that's Manus.
Find any more weapons?
Or Calamine.
Let's try using them here.
But yeah, Dark Souls 3, Slave Knight Gale. Assemble weapons through Eugenie at the hotel or at the Stargazers in different areas. Separate your weapons into blade and handle, and assemble them into new weapons to match your character's battle style. And weapons features are also decided by the handle and blade combo. I want to head back to Hotel Crop. Because now I have a little bit of something running around up here. And I need to take a look at a few things. And buy something off of our little friend over here. Okay, so this has got really not a good technique weapon, huh? I thought it was. This is also not a good technique weapon.
Welcome to
What? I can't buy.
The Grand Covenant is a set of absolute commands imprinted on puppets when they are made. First law. All puppets must obey their creator's commands. Second law. A puppet may not harm humans. Third law. A puppet protects and serves humans and the city of Krat. Fourth law. A puppet cannot lie. I've told you about the laws engraved upon every puppet. Do you require... The Stalkers are Krat's vigilantes. There are two groups of them, the Bastards and the Sweepers. The Bastards are an organization of guards for the alchemists.
What would you think is
and
the hardest
workshop.
boss in Dark Souls 2?
Motto, honor or nothing. The Sweepers are an organization of guards.
I can't
for
think
the old
of
families of
like
Krat.
what is that boss?
Motto,
The boss of like Dark Souls 2.
Repay what is owed. Historically, the relationship between the two
Like in the
groups
base
has been
game.
turbulent. But most were
Maybe
killed
Ancient
in the
Dragon?
puppets'
It's not
full-scale
hard, but
attack.
it just takes so
That is
long
what
and one
little I
mistake you
know
die.
Beyond the hotel walls. May I serve you in some other way?
Yeah, and again, that's even if they were like,
I know my way around a weapon.
Oh no, do I really have to use that for now? All right. Okay. It's got good... what does that do? Use in time with an enemy's attack to deflect it and dodge back. While dodging, follow up with a normal special attack to deal more damage. Alright, and... Okay, that's actually really fucking cool. They're not the hardest, but your favorite from the game that are all hard bosses. Not the hardest, but you kind of did say which are the hardest bosses, but that's why I thought you were saying that those are the hardest bosses. 'Cause that's like I'm not trying to be like, well, actually, but yeah. Like I did first try Lady Maria. I don't think. Yeah, King Allant was. Once you know his attacks and know how to dodge his attacks, he's pretty easy.
People have no idea.
At least in my experience.
Are buried in Krat. Thanks for keeping me company. What are you curious about?
About lying.
I see you're here. That means you can lie. Your lies are a rare ability. You're able to choose your own path, unbound by anything. People on the outside are still afraid of puppets. Lie to protect yourself and find your path.
About Geppetto.
I'm an old friend of Geppetto's. His son is like family to me. Make yourself at home. You're always welcome here at the hotel. If you have any questions, ask my butler, Polendina.
Okay. Thank you. That's right, there's nobody new here. At least not yet.
I'll use my power to help you.
Alright, let's get some technique. Oh, jeez. Capacity. Yeah, I think we might want to start bringing up capacity as well. Yeah. Okay.
I'll use my power to...
No. You go away. I need to use the Stargazer. We're going back to Hotel Krat. Or Krat City Hall, yeah. We're at the hotel. God. A little bit out of it today. But yeah, so, you know, going down that list, King Allant, I felt, once I figured out, like, you know, first time, obviously, it's hard as fucking shit, because that's just how that usually works out. First time you fight any Souls boss, you're gonna have a time. Legion magazines are always nice, always welcome. So King Allant is a bit of a joke once you learn his attacks, but yeah, when you fight him the first time, he can be pretty tricky. And Artorias, I think that is the most popular fight in Dark Souls 1, just because it is a really well-made fight. It feels like a lot of those types of fights too, like the just straight one-on-one against a skilled warrior type, or you know, some sort of like, I don't know. I give Dark Souls 2 crap for like making, you know, relying on that trope of, you know, this boss is a dude in armor. But a lot of the best boss fights are also just dudes wearing armor. Okay. Trying to think of like who else. Dark Souls 3, Slave Knight Gale. I don't think anybody will disagree with Slave Knight Gale being the best boss fight in that game. But like for Bloodborne, for example, that's Orphan of Kos is like the most infamous boss fight there. First time it took me, the hardest bosses from each game, Demon Souls, Gargoyles. I don't know about that. Dark Souls 1, I still think Manus is harder than Ornstein and Smough. Fume Knight, thank you. I was trying to remember who it was. Sister Frida. I don't know. Midir's a pretty tough boss too. Sekiro, Demon of Hatred. No, he can be cheese though. Like, if you consider it like the non-cheese way, yes. But there's not a lot of people who don't cheese Demon of Hatred because it's Demon of Hatred and people don't like Demon of Hatred. Right, Star Fragment, never gonna use it.
Oh no. No survivors here. What do we do? Just give her that baby puppet?
Yes. Because going back and telling her baby died, like, you know, she's not gonna be able to tell the difference. She's insane. Give her the baby thing and just be like, yeah, that's definitely yours. Uh-huh. Don't look too closely at it. Bloodborne, Chalice Dungeons. Again, I don't think like the ones that are like bullshit bosses. I don't count those as like hard bosses. And what I mean by that, like Amygdala in the Chalice Dungeon, that's just bullshit. Like that's not fun. That's not challenging. That's just. It's poor design, masquerading as a challenge. It's like when they shoved Rom the Vacuous Spider into a Chalice dungeon. It's a good boss fight in its proper arena.
You found her, kind one. I could sense her from miles away. Oh, my sweet Elena.
Yeah, the one that gave me the
Please
most
let me hold her.
the most difficulty was
There,
Allfather in
my
Sekiro.
baby. I missed you so much. What do you think? Is my baby adorable?
The game forces you to lie.
That's right, kind one. You've granted me my only wish. My sweet Elena. We're going to be happy now. Thank you so much, kind one. Please accept my heartfelt gratitude.
Deal. And we can play records at the hotel. I'm not, well, I think it's a cool feature. I don't fully understand why that is Well, Allfather is also a hard boss fight, but not that hard for you. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, the difference between the two of us is you've played the game a lot more than I've played the game. Like that's the biggest difference between you and I with Sekiro. That's like if I told you to go like play Metroid Dread and was like, oh, all those bosses are easy. You know, sure, they're easy for me because I can first try most of them now because of the fact that I've played the game to death. Hell, I could probably, you know, I'm trying to think of like what Souls game would I be able to. I honestly can't think of a single game where I'd be able to like do all the bosses first try. I just haven't played them enough, I guess. Says the guy who platinumed them. I like the reach of this weapon. Okay. Grab that. We're good on the shortcut up to the next boss, so let's go ahead and just use that. There we go. Love the static animation that they use for this. Okay. Attribute Purification Ampule. The difficulty for you to pick the hardest boss from bosses are for yourself. Yeah, the hardest boss is, and I do think that the hardest boss varies from person to person. Like you said that you had a hard time with Maria, whereas I got her first try. I beat her first try. Okay, that's just extra puppet damage, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You can use star fragments at the cracks calling next to the boss to summon a specter. It will help your character in the boss battle. Nah. Like if I feel like I'm like legitimately hard stuck on something, I might. But imagine like going into a boss the first few times and just be like, yeah, I'll just summon whatever. Yeah, this guy, I remember he gave me a real fucking hard time the first time I played this. Although this is like I think this is the final boss, like the boss the only one I really have any memory of. It's probably because I spent so long on him. Got him. You think she was the only hard boss? I don't know if I agree with that. Ah, missed that last one. Ah, fuck, I'm dead. A hard boss, okay. I'm trying to think of, like, outside of the DLC, what was the hardest boss in Bloodborne? Would it be Martyr Logarius? From Canehurst? I'm like racking my brain right now, like what other bosses were there besides like Martyr Logarius? I know Father Gascoigne is a sticking point for some people. Ebrietas, that's okay, yeah, that's a fair one. Yeah, the moment I went in for that attack as he charged up that. Get my stamina back. God damn it. I disagree. I was nowhere near that. Oh, cool. Just spray the shit everywhere. You're somebody who never summons in Souls games. Only once in this game, you were so stuck on a boss that you did summon in the end as your own. And I've done that in the past. Like I've gone and, you know, summoned for a boss fight, but like I also don't see summoning as like, you know, oh no, evil. Like it's one of those things. Like if you feel like you want to do it, if you just want to do it just for shits and giggles, by all means go ahead and do it. My only caveat with that is, like, if you're gonna use that type of assistance, you can't then turn around and be like, oh, this game's too easy. I'm gonna take a short break real quick. This will be the last break of today.